Food can be very powerful to our folks. I mean, it can trigger very good memories.
Food is always a great time to bring family together, so we see that happening every day.
Volunteering here has changed my life.
This is a really rewarding experience for us.
Eden's an emerging philosophy. It's really a philosophy that emanates around resident care. That's our priority. Everything else is secondary, and I see it as a real shift in terms of how we treat our elders, and those in particular with critical care, such as dementia. And our facility here is all dementia patients. We're trying to deinstitutionalize the facility.
Well, the breakfast started years ago with the board. The board every month, once a month, had breakfast with the residents, and it was a special breakfast.
We got into cooking because I was volunteered by another volunteer who said, "You want to do cooking, don't you?" I said, "I don't really know how to cook." They said, "Well, now you do." So I basically have learned how to cook by making French toast.
I am the dietitian who works here at Eden Gardens. I do both the food service end of things as well as the clinical nutritional assessments for our residents. We don't have any real specialized diets. We're fairly liberal in our diets, though. We do recognize people that have diabetes or if they need to be on a gluten-free diet. We're just trying to get our residents to eat the food. So the more restrictive you become, the less they're going to eat. So what we really focus on, though, is the textures, the texture modifications that we do to the food. Some of our residents don't have teeth, or their dentures don't fit well, or they have swallowing difficulties, which is quite big in a home that has residents with dementia. Eventually, the swallowing will be affected. So we modify the food by mincing it, or sometimes we need to puree it, and we often will even need to thicken fluids to make it easier and more safer for our residents to swallow. Michelle was saying that her secret ingredient, which is going to be now revealed, is cream cheese, which she likes to add to her sauce. So today the residents are having a fish chowder for lunch, and then they're having macaroni and cheese and vegetables, and we have a rhubarb cranberry compote. Often our residents, if they don't like what's on the menu, we'll give them an alternate. I have a resident that just wants sandwiches all the time. So Mark's made a lot of sandwiches in his cooking career.
Lots of sandwiches. I even make them in my sleep sometimes.
Yes. We have 12 small dining rooms that seat about 11 residents. And we found that this is best practice for folks with dementia. So these are our Suzy Q carts, and each Suzy Q cart will provide food to 3 neighborhood dining rooms. So about 33 meals. And they're either heated or cold, depending on what the food item is. And these get taken by the dietary aides up to the dining rooms, and then they're dished out at that time. We try to recognize all the major special occasions, such as Christmas, of course, Mother's Day, July 1st. Food can be very powerful to our folks. I mean, it can trigger very good memories. I'll give you an example. We had an English-themed meal, so we served fish and chips at night. And we took it one step further, and we made little paper cones to put the fish and chips into, just like they did in England. And we had a resident from England who remembered that, and she was like over the moon seeing that, and it triggered that great memory that was like buried in her past somewhere.
We're unique in some respects because a lot of the critical care facilities, complex care facilities, assisted living tend to be profit. We're a non-profit organization. We operate independently with a board. We are a registered charity, so anybody that makes a donation can use that for tax purposes.
We have lots of volunteer opportunities here, starting from visiting the residents or just playing games. We have the bistro, and volunteers come to serve coffee, to interact with residents, and have a cup of coffee with them.
The bistro started out small, And it's becoming a central hub for our residents to gather in, and creates a little excitement. They get to see each other when they're outside of their neighborhood and come down for a coffee, have a little bit of independence, and just get out of the neighborhood for a change. So that's worked out really well for us and for the residents. The benefit to us is that not only are the residents enjoying themselves, but we're creating some funds that we can use for programming.
For more information about Eden Gardens, the Eden philosophy, or to volunteer, go to our website, edengardens.ca, or call 250-758-4676.